Hey guys, so it's been a while since I did my last foundation wear test and I was really in the mood to start trying my foundations because I'm going to be honest, I'm not enjoying any of my foundations right now, and I thought, right, I need to do it properly. I need to do a proper wear test so I can properly judge, and then anything I don't like can either go to someone else who likes them or they are just going, because I've got loads of foundations piling up and I'm not liking the majority of them right now, but I'm going to do a proper wear test. I'm in front of Athena's window, so we've got natural lighting today, so you'll see it, you know, quite clearly, hopefully. I'm not doing my eyeshadow. I never really do eyeshadow with these wear tests because the foundation and the face is what the main focus is going to be. I'm going to put foundation on and I'll check in every few hours to see how it wears. So the one I'm going to try today is Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. So this, I've had this one for quite a while now, and I think this is a hit and miss with people. A lot of people have mentioned it to me, but I still haven't done the wear test, so I thought today's the perfect time to do it. So this one says Radiance Foundation, and it's a medium/full coverage because you can build on it. Now I got the lightest shade possible, I think, an F0.1, and I'm a neutral undertone, so I think this is a neutral undertone, but it's been a while since I bought it, so I'm not entirely sure. So I'm basically just going to do all the normal things I do with every wear test. I'll put some powder on as well, and some setting spray. So I'll just do the same thing. The only thing I am changing is my brush. I'm changing to a kabuki brush to see how it goes with a kabuki brush. It does, with a kabuki brush, give a bit more of a lighter coverage, so you may need like extra pumps if you use like a kabuki brush like this. But we're going to see how it goes. We'll check in every few hours. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm going to put it directly to the brush, about 3 pumps for a second, and I'm just going to start applying it. I'm pretty impressed with how that went on. I didn't use any extra pumps, which if you're a regular watcher of mine, you know I normally like pump loads on, but that pump kind of just did enough for this. I would say this is probably a medium coverage, and normally I'm a full coverage girl, but I've been enjoying medium coverage at the moment because my skin is a lot better in terms of like spots and stuff than it used to be. So I managed to get a medium amount from those many pumps, and I think it's looking pretty nice. Like, I haven't used a primer and I haven't used a moisturizer, so that's for something for you to know. In my new foundation routine, I do tend to use a moisturizer, but my other wear test didn't have a moisturizer, so I'm kind of sticking to the same steps as what I started all this with to kind of make it fair. It's a little bit streaky on my forehead, and it is clinging to a little bit of dry patches up here, but that could be the brush that I'm using. As for the dry patches, it's not really bad, it's just a little bit, but if I did put the moisturizer underneath, that might have helped it a little bit. But you know, I'm gonna have a fringe anyway, so that's not gonna bother me personally. Just a little bit is clung on at the very top. But what I'm going to do now, because it did say this foundation was buildable, even though I'm happy with this coverage, I am going to build up. But I'm going to build up using a sponge and some water to see if the sponge works just as well as a brush. So let's see how that goes. So that builded really nicely, I have to say. So far I'm really enjoying using this foundation. I'm not sure on the colour, I don't know if I need to put my neutral undertone mixer into it a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is finish the rest of my makeup and come back. So I will be using a pressed powder to put it all in. If a foundation doesn't work with a powder, that's kind of a no-go for me. because I've got to have powder to keep my foundation on, because I am combination skin. So another thing for you to take in mind, that I am combination skin. So that means I get dry in certain areas, but I also get oily in certain areas. And just remember, guys, when you're watching this, if this doesn't work for me, it doesn't necessarily mean it won't work for you. And if it works for me, it doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you either. This is just my own personal experience. So just bear that in mind when you're watching my videos on these little wear tests. And just remember to watch like multiple different people's videos and read reviews, because that's what I do. I don't base it on just one person, because we all got different skin types and it's going to react differently to each and every one of us. But this is just obviously my own personal experience with it and my opinion on the product. So let's put this on and I'll be back in a minute. So I have to say the rest of my makeup went on really nicely with it. The powder went on fine with it. I would say it's looking a little bit cakey on the forehead, but that's my trouble area no matter what foundation I use. Even my CYO sometimes does this, that the powder and the foundation just dries in those little dry areas that I have up there, and it has gone a touch cakey here, and it's not looking that flawless. I've got a fringe, so I always hide it with that, so it's not a big deal to me. But just bear in mind, if you've got dry skin, if you do mix it with the powder, then you're likely to get the same result as me, and that's the same with any foundation really. You can see my pores a little bit in this area, but it's not showing too much, but it is there a little bit. But again, with a primer, if you use a primer, you know, that's going to dye that down. But overall, I think it looks really nice. I used a subtle highlighter today, which is strange for me, but just to try something new. And I think it looks really nice. I think it's either a matte or satin finish. I'm not quite sure what kind of finish it is. It's not dewy, but I don't feel it's totally matte either. I prefer dewy, but you know, it still looks nice, and I feel like even with that highlight I still look fresh and healthy. So the last bit I do now, I'm going to put Maybelline Dream Satin Mist in. So this is what I do for every wear test. I put it through a powder and a setting spray, and if a foundation doesn't last through those things, then you know it's no good, because these are supposed to keep it on all day. So this is the last step. Okay guys, so this is 10:33 that the foundation and everything is complete. So I'm going to check in every 3 to 4 hours. If nothing really changes in that time, then obviously I'll skip that part if it still looks the same, because it'll be way too long, this video, otherwise. But I'll check in every few hours. I'll hopefully wear this for about 8 hours, and we can determine whether or not this is a good foundation. But so far I'm very happy with how it's applied. Recently I haven't liked any of the foundations in the way they've been applying, so this is a big plus for me right now. I think it looks really nice. It's just the forehead which isn't looking so nice for me, with my dry spots, and the combination with the powder made it that little bit worse. Okay guys, I'll see you in a few hours. Okay, so it is 12 o'clock, so it hasn't even been 2 hours yet, and I've noticed something different about my foundation. I don't know if it's going to come across on this video, but I've noticed it's really creasing under here quite a lot, and it's only been 2 hours, so it's not something I would expect to be happening just yet. I walked past the mirror and I kind of did a double take, because I looked like I had really bad bags under my eyes. Now I do have a little bit of something under the eyes, and I have hollow eyes, so my eyes are they sink in, so they're like sunken in. So I have lines here, which is unavoidable with every foundation, but this is a big massive crease under there, which is bringing a lot more attention to that area. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing when we're like not even 2 hours in yet. I've noticed something else. I've just sat down at my desk. It's still in that same time period. It's 12:02. And I just picked up my mirror just to see, like, what else? Is there anything else that's changed in just that short period of time? And all around my mouth and chin has gone quite cakey. which is strange in just a short amount of time. I don't know what would have done that. I don't know if maybe the foundation and the powder started settling in more after I walked away from my phone. But it is quite cakey around these areas. So it's still looking okay, but for this short amount of time, I'm quite surprised that things are happening already. All I've done since recording the first part of this video is go and have something to eat and have a drink. And I just feel maybe I'm being too picky, maybe I'm just looking too close, I don't know. But it's just like there's a big line here as well and down here. I just feel like it's gone quite cakey here. So I'm quite surprised by that for such a short amount of time. Like even foundations I didn't particularly like lasted at least like 5 hours before they started like going horrendously wrong. So that's only if I look really close. Otherwise, just like this, I think it still looks quite healthy and beautiful. But I am starting to notice some issues already, and we're not even 2 hours in. So that's not a good start to this foundation. So I haven't got much hope left now. Okay guys, so it's 3:25 and I haven't even made it to the evening, but I don't need to wear this foundation any longer to know that I do not like this foundation. It's really disappointing because it applied so beautifully at the beginning, but it is just a big cakey mess. I even asked Kyle, I was like, think about how I normally look, and I was like, be careful what you say now. But he was like, you look like, what did he say? A flaky apple crumble or something like that. I can't remember what he said. He thought he was hilarious, of course. But there's just complete cakiness, and where I've been eating, it's actually really unpleasant looking, and I've got like this random line here, and then it's coming off around that nose area. So it could be the powder that I use with it, so bear that in mind. But that powder is my go-to powder. I use it with all of my foundations. So, you know, that's kind of what I base my foundations on. If it doesn't work well with that powder, I don't tend to use it because that's my go-to powder. I have bought some new powders which will be coming soon, so I will be testing those. But with my normal products, it's just not working well with. It could be the powder, it might not be, I don't know. But it feels extremely heavy, and my face, I feel like I've been wearing this for hours and hours and hours. That's why I can't keep it on anymore. That's why I'm doing this video and ending it here. I need to take it off because it just feels so horrible. It feels heavy. I can feel the cakiness of it. The forehead is looking really bad. It's gone into my lines and wrinkles here. But it's just mainly this cakiness, and it started to like come off around here. Like I said, I've got a weird line here that's developed. It's creased under the eyes, and I've got like a big gap here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this foundation if you have the skin type that I currently have. It's just not personally working for me. I don't know how it's going to be for oily skin and other things like that. Obviously, because I am mostly dry, even though I am combination skin. When I'm dry and oily, I'm mostly dry. And yeah, with the way this is caking up, obviously if you've got very bad dry skin, it's going to completely cake up on you and really cling on to those dry spots. Fine lines and wrinkles, I would say it could possibly cling on to those as well, because it's literally hugging into all my bad spots. So I don't think this will be a very good foundation for somebody who has some lines and wrinkles. But as I can say, this is all speculation. I can't say for definite because I don't have those issues. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to read the product's claims to see what it actually says it should be doing. Okay guys, so this foundation is available on Beauty Bay for £8.95, which is a really good price if the foundation actually would work. And there's over 20 shades from what I can see, so that's really good. So this is what the description is. So the product claims is saying it's hydrating foundation infused with hyaluronic acid to hydrate thirsty complexions, so it's going to be good for people with dry skin apparently. The Conceal and Hydrate Foundation plump skin for a smoother satin glow finish. So I thought it might be a satin finish when I applied it earlier. It was a little bit glowy, but I wouldn't say, you know, I wouldn't call it a glow finish, because I feel like my highlighter really contributed to that glow. Formulated to suit every skin type, but especially dry. I don't believe you. However, maybe if I didn't use it with the powder, then I would be okay. So I don't know. It could be the powder that's caused all this issue on top. But, you know, I've got to have powder. Even though I have got a bit of dry skin, my foundations do not last unless I put some powder on because of the oiliness. The foundation offers all-day radiance and glow without settling into fine lines or clinging to dry patches, which is exactly what has happened to me. That's exactly what's happened. So yeah, I'm not sure I believe in those claims at the moment based on my own experience, but it could be this powder that's messing everything up. It's cruelty free, which is great, and I think that's it. So it says for application you can use a brush, sponge or fingers. So yeah, yeah, I'm just not impressed by this foundation, and I'm wondering if I should take it off and put it back on but without the powder to see if we get any different results this afternoon. But it's 20 to 4 now, so I may not have enough time to see with natural lighting coming in, but I will do it for you guys. I'm going to take all this makeup off. I'm going to put the foundation back on without the powder to see if that makes a difference. If it doesn't within the first hour or 2 hours, if I still get the same issues, then obviously I will definitely say a no. But with my experience right now with using a powder, I'm going to say this is a no-go for me. I will not use it without a powder personally, so I don't want this foundation anymore. So that anyone is my skin type or skin tone, sorry, and you feel like this foundation may be a good, you know, colour for you, if you want to try it, you know, you're more than welcome to have it, because I'm not going to use it. I do not like it. If you don't want it, I'm going to chuck it in the bin. So I will try and do the rest of the evening, oh my god, without the powder to see if it makes a difference, so we can get you know, both sides of what it's saying, because all these claims is exactly what I just said isn't working, and I don't like. And I didn't even read the claims beforehand because I like to experience it first. But I'm gonna have to do it without the powder then, because of all the claims that it's saying is actually really confused me, because it's not even one of them I agree with for those claims. So yeah, I will be back. I'm gonna take all this off. I'm not going to put my blusher and all that back on. I will literally just put this foundation back on for you guys to experiment further. But guys, I can't believe I'm even doing this because my skin feels horrible. But I'm committed to it. I'm committed to this video, so I'm going to do it for you guys. So I will be back with the foundation on with no powder on top. Okay guys, so I reapplied it. I did the same as what I did last time. I used my kabuki brush, and then I went over with the sponge, and then I set it in place with the setting spray. So I've done exactly the same as before, but without the powder. So this is making me wonder now if from now on for my foundation wear test, if I should start doing it completely bare without the powder. So comment down below guys and let me know what you would prefer to see. Now I'm hoping to film more of these probably before I even upload this one, because I was going to do a wear test tomorrow as well. So if you see more foundation wear tests where you've said, oh, don't do powder, and you see me doing powder, that's just because maybe I haven't uploaded this video yet to hear your feedback, because obviously I will listen to whatever it is that you want to do. So for me personally, as I just said, I will put powder on my foundations to see how well it interacts with the powder and how long it lasts with the powder, because that's what I would usually do on a day-to-day basis. but obviously it may affect some of the product claims, because as we saw, I found that this completely did not work, whereas the product claims are completely different to what I did. So from now on, after, you know, my next few videos that I'm gonna pre-record, would you like me to see me doing foundation wear tests without any powder? So just the usual, what I just did with blusher, bronzer and that, and keep it that and no powder? Or would you like me to just continue as normal? So please, even if you don't normally reply to anything I say or comment on videos and things, please, just this once, please comment down below, because I really need to know what you guys would prefer for me to do. If you want me to carry on as I'm doing now, or get rid of the powder completely and we'll just go solely on the foundation alone. Bearing in mind, I do have some oily skin here in the T-zone, so by the end of the night, it's possible my skin will go oily, but that's, you know, we could say that's against some of the claims if the foundation claim is that you won't get oily. So let me know, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do, okay? So I've given this another chance. If this foundation still messes up within the next few hours, I've literally given it every single chance I can get. It's not feeling so great on my skin at the moment. To take off was a nightmare. It felt stuck and gripped to my skin. It was horrible. So I'm determined to just keep going. Although I just want to take this foundation off, I'm determined to give it every chance that I possibly can. So I will be back with you guys in another few hours. I completely forgot to say it is 4 o'clock as well, so I know what my check-in time is. This foundation has been on for 25 minutes. That's it. Since my last check-in, 25 minutes, no powder, got my setting spray on, come downstairs, and I've got issues already. So this foundation's not it, guys. This is not something I'm going to be recommending. I literally can't believe that within 25 minutes there's issues. So it's not my powder causing all these issues. So right here, down here, I've got a massive line. I haven't touched my face at all either. By here, it's gone completely cakey, which is exactly what happened to me a couple of hours in earlier. And I've noticed straight away that it's kind of gone a bit cakey and creased here, which is what it did the first time. So everything that happened the first time has started happening already in 25 minutes. So I'm assuming that's what happened the first time. It's just I didn't look in the mirror until 2 hours later. I've never known a foundation, oops, I've put a big imprint on my face now from my finger. So if you touch your face in the day without powder, that's what's gonna happen. I've never known a foundation to do this within 25 minutes. I literally can't believe it. It's breaking up around the nose area. It's gone cakey and patchy around this area. Literally 25 minutes, guys. This has got to be some kind of record. Yeah, I'm not even going to keep it on any longer. What's the point? If it messes up within 25 minutes, no way am I keeping this foundation on for the rest of the evening. I literally cannot believe it. But there we have it, guys. It's the exact same results as with the powder. Let me just touch my face. So if you're resting, just so we can see what happens, it transfers onto the fingers, because obviously we haven't got that powder there. And yeah, it's literally all come off and indented marks, look. So if you're not someone who wears powder, you could not lean on this foundation, and it's had 25 minutes to dry and do its thing. So I would not recommend this foundation. I am so disappointed because a lot of these foundations are not working for me, and I don't know if I'm just being picky. Obviously this isn't me being picky. I don't know in general if it's just me being picky or my skin type is just not very good for foundation, so maybe I need to switch to a BB cream. I don't know. But guys, I hope this helped you. Remember, this is my own personal experience and opinion, so you may find differently, but if I was watching this video, I don't think I would personally pick it up. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to share this video and give it a love heart or a like. And comment down below and let me know if you would like me to continue with powder in my next wear test or leave it. And please let me know if you enjoyed this video, because they are a bit lengthy, because I like to put as much information as possible. I'm the type of person who will research things to death, so I'm just putting in all the information that I would personally want to know. But if you feel as though these videos are too long and you don't want as much information, comment down below and let me know, and I can start talking a little bit less about certain things. Because I just like them to be a little bit lengthy, because they replace my lives. But if it's not something you like and you think that these videos are way too long and you're just like, Rhiannon, just hurry up and tell us what you think, let me know and I will change things up a bit to your liking rather than mine. So yeah, just comment down below, let me know your thoughts guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!